quick little video today, and this is a follow-up to the video that we did last week about the Blake Lively lawsuit against Justin Baldoni. Well, it so happens that Justin has responded. He is now suing Wait, what? Hold on. Let me check. He's suing the New York Times because of the reporting they have done regarding the lawsuit by Blake Lively. Doesn't this strike you guys as kind of odd? If somebody lied about you and did a whole lawsuit against you that is based on false information, wouldn't you sue that person instead of suing the publication that published highlighted portions of that lawsuit? Because you see, what he's saying is this lawsuit is filled with lies. And this publication that is supposed to be a respectable publication didn't do their research, didn't give us a chance to respond to the accusations that were made against me, and instead published these portions of the lawsuit to make me look really bad. But if the source of the information came from the lawsuit, why not sue the person who filed the lawsuit? Because there is some truth to it. Now, as I said in the last video, I am not a Blake Lively apologist. I am not here to defend her. But it seems to me that if Justin Baldoni had proof that what Blake said about him was a lie, shouldn't he be going after her? Now, we could look at it from another point of view. We could say that Justin's still doing the whole, I am a feminist man and I defend women and I believe all women. If he's taking that stance, he could be saying it's going to look really bad if a woman is suing a man for sexual harassment and then he turns around and sues her for millions of dollars. This could discourage real victims from coming forward with their cases. So instead of going after her, I'm going to go after the publication that was putting out misinformation out there. We could look at it from that angle. But Justin and his team must have known that even this position makes him look really bad. Because by refusing to even acknowledge the original lawsuit that was presented against him, he is giving credence to the belief that he really did do these things. And the way how he's dancing around Blake and her legal team, it's giving, I'm guilty, but I need to do some last minute big gesture to kind of make myself look better. It's not helping him. This is not helping him. And for all the people who were in my comments last time, thank you for your comments, by the way. There was nobody that was disrespectful, I don't think. And some of you were saying, how can you say that he's guilty? We need to wait. Of course we're going to wait. I don't know for sure that he's guilty, and we are going to wait for the facts to come out in the court of law. But the way he is moving right now is not helping his case in the court of public opinion, which he needs on his side. He is a public figure. You need the public to believe you. You need the public to think that you are indeed a decent human being. And the fact that the lawsuit came out with Blake, that he's now suing this other thing, that another woman sued him, this I found out afterwards. Another woman sued him. I have to clarify, this second lawsuit by his former publicist is her making the same accusation that Blake Lively also made in her lawsuit, that Justin and his team tried to discredit her or bury her in the press. So it's more of a, they tried to ruin my reputation. There's no mention of sexual harassment in this second lawsuit. I feel like I need to make that clear. It's not looking good. And those screenshots, one of the things he's saying in his lawsuit against the publication is that the screenshots were taken out of context, that certain passages were selected and they were put out there to give this narrative. Why not put out the entire conversation that was going on between Justin and his team, talking about we're going to bury Blake Lively? It doesn't give us confidence in Justin, in his morals, in his moral standing. And also, on the other hand, you have the Blake Lively defenders that are saying or implying that anybody who has any criticism towards Blake at this time is anti-woman and is protecting predators everywhere. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Of course, we support real victims of sexual harassment or any kind of abuse of any form in any workplace setting. But two things can be true at the same time. Blake could have been the victim of harassment by Justin and his business partner. And she also is somebody who needs to work on herself and learn to treat people correctly. There were some people in the comments that were also confused, that were saying, well, that interview that you showed where she was rude to the interviewer, can you blame her? She was being harassed by Justin. The interview took place years before this movie was even filmed. You're confusing the facts. And there is no defending Blake on her behavior in that interview, in the other interview where she was being very flippant about the topic of domestic abuse. There is no defending that kind of behavior. Blake needs to take a closer look at herself in how she can be a better person. And also, if she is a victim of harassment, she should absolutely stand up for herself and demand justice. Those two things can be true. We can be critical of people who go through terrible things. We can have compassion for them and also demand that they have compassion for other people when they're dealing with them. There is never a justification for mean girl behavior. That will never be justified. I don't care what kind of trauma you went through. You are not justified in mistreating other people. The fact that you were mistreated doesn't give you carte blanche to go ahead into the world and mistreat other people. And I really want this message to go through as strongly as possible. We're always asked to give compassion for victims of circumstances that are less than ideal. But that does not give them a pass to then make victims of other people when they deal with them. If you are a victim of some kind of trauma, your job is to heal from that trauma so you don't go out into the world and traumatize other people. This is just simple, basic logic. And we're not going to be gaslit out of believing this. Blake Lively needs to work on herself, and Justin Baldoni is not looking very good. The lawsuit doesn't look good. The other lawsuit doesn't look good. The way he's responding with this lawsuit, kind of circumventing the person who is accusing you. Now, he may come back. He may be building a case, a stronger case against Blake, and he may come back with that lawsuit. I want to see that lawsuit. I want to see the full transcript of the text messages between him and his team threatening to bury Blake. If that was taken out of context, show the whole thing. Let us see what the real conversation was. But right now, as of right now, in the court of public opinion, Justin Baldoni looks terrible. I put a voiceover over his name because I kept saying Baldini. And I blame Tisa Tells for this because she's been reporting on this case and I've been listening to her. And I know how to say his name, but because I've been listening to Tisa, I've been calling him Baldini. So I blame you, Tisa. But yeah, that's the reason why. And he needs a better team. He needs better people. Okay, so I wanted to come with that quick little video, kind of follow up to the conversation we had last week. I really appreciate you guys when you come and you watch my videos and you leave comments and you leave a like. I really, really appreciate that kind of engagement because it lets me know that I'm not talking to myself. And you guys are really smart. I see some of your comments are really, really intelligent comments, even some that may disagree with me somewhat. You guys are really smart. I have the smartest audience in the internet, I feel like. So thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you here. It's a channel that is growing. Let's really grow it in 2025. If you enjoy my videos, please stay here and watch other videos. See what tickles your fancy. See what other videos you might enjoy. Share this video. Share other videos with others. I see in my analytics that some of you have been doing that. You have been sharing my videos. And I thank you so much. For 2025, I definitely want to keep up putting out more content, maybe more often. Let's see how that goes. I'm trying to do little things to boost my motivation, and I'm going to be talking about that this year. So stick with me in this journey and let's get better in 2025. Once again, thanks so much for watching this video, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.